Topping today's news, the F&M leader shrugs off claims of an F&M migrant asylum bill. Prime Minister Davis to attend a welcome ceremony for the new U.S. ambassador. The Department of Corrections gets more prison officers. And we have the latest statistics on the number of HIV/AIDS cases in country. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jerino Saunders. This is your JCN Evening News. Thank you so much for joining us. The Smuggling of Migrants Bill 2025 passed in the Senate on Thursday evening. F&M leader Michael Pintard said if they win the election in 2026, they will repeal the new legislation. Attorney General Senator Ryan Pinder accused the current F&M leadership team of being hypocrites for opposing the bill after the F&M in 2018 introduced the Nationality and Immigration Asylum Bill and took it to an advanced stage in 2021. While on Thursday evening at a party event to discuss the migrant bill, F&M leader Michael Pintard says the draft bill during the Minnis administration never came to Parliament and has no bearing on the current bill.
There are some who wish to talk about this bill started under us. Interestingly enough, we didn't table the bill. We didn't pass the bill. So if they went in some archives, AKA the garbage, and they found something that was in draft, that's on them. The bottom line is they brought the bill, hid it from consultation other than to lay it in the House in the midst of a busy period. And then they passed the bill despite objections. And I say they know what they were doing. We wondered what motivated them.
Mr. Pintard wanted to make it clear that the F&M is now under new leadership, better leadership, he says, and there is no guarantee that some of the policies that were on the table under the Minnis administration will remain under a Pintard-led administration.
The F&M is different and better than both. And we are an improvement on our previous selves. So when they wish to respond to all that we may or may not have done in the past, we have no problems owning things that we've done or not done. But we are under new leadership, and get over it. Operation Shield is a clear vision for what the F&M can do under new leadership with a new mandate. The past is the past. It's time to move on. So to anyone watching, I ask you to consider your options. You know exactly what you will get when you support the PLP. The same bill that has us sitting here and you watching and listening. And a prime minister who says we do not have a crisis in immigration, just as he didn't believe we had a crisis in crime.
Operation Shield is the name of the 6-point immigration plan proposed by the Free National Movement. Mr. Pintard noted that despite the noise they made in the media and outside of Parliament, the Coalition of Independents Member of Parliament Aram Lewis did not show up to vote on that migration bill the other day. On Thursday, the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services hosted the passing out ceremony for Trainee Correctional Officers, Squad of 2025, at the prison facility on Fox Hill Road under the theme, Strength Through Discipline, Service Through Honor. The new squad is an all-male squad consisting of 59 new officers that will form a special unit in the institution. Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper and the Minister of National Security, Wayne Munro, inspected the new officers and gave them words of advice and encouragement. The Royal Bahamas Police Force is investigating an incident that took place on Thursday at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services, BDOCS, which resulted in a 30-year-old male inmate being hospitalized. Initial reports indicate that shortly after 2:30 a.m., the inmate was allegedly assaulted by fellow inmates, sustaining injuries about his body. He was promptly taken to the hospital where he is undergoing various medical assessments. Police are collaborating with BDOCS as the investigation into that incident continues. On Thursday morning, the U.S. Embassy and newly appointed U.S. Ambassador to the Bahamas, Herschel Walker, presented a $500,000 grant to the International Federation of the Red Cross and the Red Crescent Society to support disaster relief after the passing of Hurricane Melissa. IFRC Project and Operations Manager Rhea Pierre underscored how critical the support is for families still recovering from Hurricane Melissa. Meanwhile, Edison Sumner, president of the Bahamas Red Cross, said the donations will be put to good use.
The Bahamas Red Cross is expanding its capacity to deliver life-saving assistance. This includes emergency shelter, water and sanitation services, and other essential non-food items critical for affected communities in our country.
Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper expressed gratitude on behalf of the Bahamian people.
Heartfelt gratitude for the generous donation. Your support is not just a donation, it represents a shared commitment to humanity, solidarity, and compassion in times of needs. We have been the victims of many hurricanes, most recently Hurricane Melissa, and the victims of this natural disaster will certainly be appreciative of this significant donation today.
According to the U.S. Embassy, the United States has to date provided nearly $37 million in support throughout the region in response to Hurricane Melissa. And finally, in this segment, tonight, Prime Minister Philip Davis and a number of cabinet ministers, members of the armed forces and the judiciary will attend a welcome ceremony reception for the new U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas, Herschel Walker, and his wife, Mrs. Walker, at their residence, and that's off of Skyline Drive. Earlier this week, Ambassador Walker presented his credentials to the Governor General, and on Thursday he presented, like we said earlier, a check for $500,000 to the Bahamas Red Cross and Red Crescent Society to help with the recovery efforts following Hurricane Melissa. Again, Mr. Walker is the first U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas since Nicole Evans in 2011. You're watching JCN TV News. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.